My people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It all depends on where you are hearing us from. This one is pre-information from Prime Minister of Biafra. It's always good to be on the know of what is to come so that you'll be ready to face what is to come than the thing to get you or catch you unawares. So Biafra Prime Minister is doing the job clinically, alerting our people that over 3,000 soldiers of Nigerian terrorist army will be deployed to Biafra land. So they should be ready, you see. This information is well detailed, but our sister, over to you.
From Biafrans, lovers of freedom, people of goodwill, I bring you another news and update. This is a security alert coming from Biafran Prime Minister to Biafrans and Biafra land. Latin Biafrans, what is coming in next week? He said that starting from next week, the Nigerian terrorist state will be deploying over 3,000 soldiers to Imo State, Biafra land. You don't need to miss any line on this very news. You need to make it go viral, share it. Let everybody in Biafra land get to hear this very news. Share it is very, very important for the safety of our people in Biafra land and Imo State precisely. Before we continue with this very news, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, kindly click the red subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell to enable you get notification once I upload a new video. So, Biafrans, before some people will start telling you how things are not going the way it's supposed to, just know that freedom is not being given. It's been taken, especially when you're fighting for your freedom with people that will go to any length to make sure you remain enslaved or you remain in their bondage. You need to go extra mile also to make sure you break that bondage, you break that cage, you break that slavery agreement. Okay, so that is what Biafrans are doing. We have decided to take our future into our own hands, or we have taken our future into our own hands already. We will no longer allow the terrorists to come to Biafra land, terrorize our people, invade our land, do as they please, and go scot-free without anybody questioning them or asking them anything or interrogating them. It's now us and them. And we have gallant men, volunteers. And do you know that one thing the enemies don't know is that a volunteer army can never be defeated. You can't defeat a volunteer army. That is what the enemies has failed to understand. The more they come to Biafra land, the more they receive what they are looking for. So we're going straight to this very news without wasting much of your time, and we'll continue the analysis later. So here is the news in detail. Starting from next week, the Nigeria terrorist state will be deploying over 3,000 soldiers to Imo State, Biafra land. It is going to be free for all gunfight in defense of our women and children. We call on all civilian in the affected Imo State to be very vigilant and mind their movement as Biafra Liberation Army are prepared to teach them unforgettable lesson like they have always done. The Biafra Liberation Army has raised its war alarm to 70%, and in the coming days, Imo State will be a state to watch. Okay? Somebody said, are they done fighting with Niger? That is their business. So, Biafrans, lovers of freedom, Biafran Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa is alerting Biafrans of what is to come. Don't start panicking. Don't start ranting. Don't start, again, your tongue. Freedom is not being given, it's being taken. When you're fighting for your freedom with those that can go to any length to make sure you remain enslaved, to make sure you remain marginalized, you also need to go extra mile. You need to go do whatever you can within your power to make sure you break that agreement. Because there's an agreement between the Fulanis and the Britain and those supporting them. They agreed with both the West and the rest of them. Oh, we never allow. Let's just leave Igbos in Nigeria. Let them be fooling themselves. They are not part of us, but we'll keep forcing them, keep deceiving them that they are part of us. And this is what Eastern governors and their politicians have failed to see. They have failed to read handwriting on the wall. They are being allowed to remain in Nigeria so that they can continue fooling themselves, deceiving themselves as one Nigeria. And that is why you see some of them fighting for one Nigeria. The Fulanis and the Westerners will be laughing at them. They will be laughing at them and say, look at these people. They think that they are part of us. They are not even Nigerians. We are just leaving them in Nigeria because of what is in their land that we are taking. Not because they are part of Nigeria. But the Eastern Efulefus, their greediness and their long throat will not allow them read the handwriting on the wall. We Biafrans have read the handwriting on the wall a very long time ago, but we patiently waited to see if things would change, but things didn't change and can never change. All right, the war, the 1967 to 1970 war, has not ended. To the Fulanese and Britain, it has not ended. It's still going on in Biafra land. They want to push Biafrans to the wall again, so that we'll retaliate and say, oh, it's our fault. Oh, we are the aggressors and this and that. That is what we are trying to avoid. But we can't fold our hands as we try to avoid that. They are trying to push us, but we will not retaliate until it's time to do so. And that time, it's now. That time is now. No matter what they say, no matter what they have prepared, the propaganda and the blackmails they have prepared to use against us, we are here to debunk it. And we have much more than evidence to prove that we have right to do what we are doing. Our gallant men will keep dealing with Fulani terrorist soldiers coming to Biafra land. They are going to deploy 3,000 soldiers to Imo State. For what exactly? Imo State is one of the states in Southeast. So what exactly is going on in Imo State? Deploying 3,000 soldiers to Imo State. Is Imo State the Sambisa forest that the Boko Haram are in, or SWAP are in, or Fulani terrorists, they are bandit? No. Imo State is a state in Biafra land that Biafrans are in, not strangers, but our people. So deploying 3,000 soldiers to Imo State means that they are not coming to protect you. Rather, they are coming to terrorize you. They are coming to burn more houses. They are coming to destroy more properties. They are coming to kill our people. They are coming to bombard our land. And that is what our gallant men will not tolerate. And that is what Biafrans will not tolerate. That is what can never continue going on in Biafra land. Like Biafran Prime Minister said, the Biafran Liberation Army has raised its war alarm to 70%, and in the coming days, Imo State will be a state to watch. The more the enemies come, the more they collect. Look at the lineup of soldiers coming to Biafra land. And if you look at these soldiers, you think that they are humans. No, they are not. They are repentant terrorists, repentant Boko Haram terrorists. They call them repentant, but they are not. They had agreement with them to come out from the bush to release some of their boys for them to wear uniform, and they would say, oh, they are repentant Boko Harams, and we are going to reintegrate them into the army, because they no longer have soldiers. They now went and called out some Boko Harams in the forest and give them uniform, guns, and deploying them to Biafra land. They are deploying them to Biafra land, and Biafran Liberation Army is dealing with them. You can't come to my land and do as you please. And if you think that you know all the route, I'm going to prove to you that this land belongs to me. You can't come, need, and do as you please and go scot-free. You must be caught. So the more they come, the more they receive voto. The reason Biafran Liberation Army is fighting or volunteer to defend Biafra land is because for our mothers and the children, our people in it. Left for the fools that call themselves Eastern governors or Eastern politicians, allow them deal with them. And they will say, oh, they are not in Southeast. They will remain in exile. But as long as we have volunteers, our land will always be defended and our people will always be protected. So if you are in Imo State, watch your movement, be security conscious, know where you go, know what to say, because they are everywhere. All right? Before they will come and start saying, oh, this is what you are doing wrong, this is not what you are doing wrong, we have enough evidence to prove to them that enough is enough. You can't continue burning our people's houses, destroying our people's properties, means of livelihood, and still mount checkpoints and roadblocks in our land, extorting our people. It can't continue. Enough is enough. It's not by force to remain in your contraption. We said we want freedom, and they called it war. Started bringing the war to our doorsteps. You don't expect us to fold our hands and watch them continue doing that. So Biafran Prime Minister is alerting Biafrans in Imo State. Hope Uzodinma might have renewed his agreement with the Fulanese. Now they are planning to bring 3,000 soldiers to Imo State. For what exactly? If you bring 3,000 soldiers to Imo State, how many soldiers will you now deploy to other states? I'm not asking them this question. I'm just telling those that will start ranting. If Nigerian terrorist government is willing to deploy 3,000 soldiers to Imo State, ask yourself, what is going on in Imo State? Is Imo State Sambisa forest, where SWAP, Boko Haram, bandits are occupying? No. So what is going on in Imo State? Well, the more they come, the more they receive vote. Some of you that always say, oh, Simon Ekpa is in Finland, oh, he's instigating violence in Southeast, oh, he should come back and join the fight, oh, he should do this and he should do that. Mazen Namdekan has been in Nigeria for 2 years and now. And you people that always run this thing, if you look at their names, it will be, I'll be asking myself, is it that these people steal our people's name to be commenting all these things, or they are truly our people? Sometimes I get pissed off because of all these comments that I do see. This one now is he said instigation of violence, whereas you are freely resident in Finland. Come back and join the fight that you are proposing. This is not the right step. Please stop. So you a slave, I know how you Gambia. What is the step the right step? No, all this while they have been killing our people, bombarding our land and burning our houses. What have you done? You see, some of you are moving cops. Like because whenever we decide to defend ourselves, some of you will come out with an irrelevant comment, and I don't even know how to describe it. It gets me angry. And when I say like this, whatever one side of it, because some of these fools are just so gullible and insane at the same time. Somebody fighting for your freedom, you are telling that person to come back to the lawless zoo. The same zoo government that went as far as Kenya to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, not even in Nigeria. Are you people okay? I know I'm not supposed to be reading this kind of comments, but it gets me angry sometimes. And I will be asking myself, how do people even reason? How do some of these people reason? Do they breathe through their nose or through their nose? I don't know. And then one person said his name is Epa Dragon. He said, "Bam, we move. Our agenda and freedom is Biafra is unnegotiable. Our agenda and freedom is Biafra is unnegotiable. We have crossed the line of Rubicon. Biafra is our identity. Biafra is our mission. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the dragon, the good guy. We love you. Keep on your good work. Keep walking. We move." Okay. I just remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in one of his broadcasts that the liberation of Biafra, their gun battle, will start from Olo in Imo State. Okay. Chukwu Okike Abiama drawn all in the Red Sea by fire by force. Somebody said they are getting the message now. The legitimization is really working. They are panicking. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God bless Mazi Simon Ekpa. Let me allow you listen to this very record.
It's calm. They are getting the message. The message is clear to them, and they are really panicking. They are panicking. Coming out is showing everywhere.
Wow. Give us updates.
Yes, one of the aides to the commissioner, they mentioned in Imo State, called me. He called me and said, "Did you listen to your group, your people group?" I said, "Which people?" He said, "The brokers." I said, "Which brokers? Come out clear." He said, "Someone made a broadcast last night, and he mentioned some names of commissioners that they are going to chase away from Imo." I said, "Is your boss among them?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Okay. Is your boss aware of the?" Yes. He has told him. I said, "Okay. The best thing for him is to resign and give up." He said, "But no, my boss is no longer a commissioner now." I said, "But then he's still part of the government." He said, "Yes, he's still part of the government, but he's not a commissioner." I said, "That is your own business. And anything for Biafra is what I stand for." It is time for everybody to now align with what Simon Ekpa is doing, so that everybody Biafra will come. It is either you are for us or you are against us. The whole place, he was like, I should talk to people to tell them that his boss is. I said, "No, your boss is."
Interestingly, it is entering their bone. Onaba. Aneme, onaba. As Prime Minister, you have to be hitting it hard. That place you are hitting is hit it harder. So that these people will confess and run away from Biafra land. I'm telling you, they have to run, because that land is our own, and they cannot, not now, not tomorrow, not forever, chase us out of our land. God will not allow that. Chukwu Okike Abiama did not give us spirit of fear, but of courage, and good way. We have to face it and face it once and for all. Dear people, be cool, help us to share and also stay glued to this channel. God bless you.